First selection, we have the 17th pick overall in the draft. We have 4 picks within the first 100. We picked, like I said, 17 with the first pick. Then we have the 42nd pick in the competitive balance round, and then we picked 53 in the second round and 93 in the third round. Coming into the draft, it's kind of cliche, but as we go through it, what we want to do is we want to get the best player available. We're going to react to what's there. We don't want to lock ourselves into a pitcher or lock ourselves into a hitter. We're looking for the best player available. The draft this year, there's depth to it. There's no one particular area that stands out. I think there's really good players in it, and I think picking at 17 really gives us an advantage in that we've got a lot of good players to choose from, and I think we'll have a very good choice there.
Is that, I mean, we've talked about this before, but that best player available approach, especially in that part of the round, is that the best way to go? Because it seems like early on you can maybe identify specifically a little more. Maybe once you get to that part, that's the way you have to go. Yeah,
I think it shows if you look at our last 3 drafts. I think the last 3 we've taken a center fielder. So we're picking down in the draft because of how we're playing at the major league level. So picking at 17, we're going to look to take that player that fits best for us and not lock ourselves into anything. We want to be able to react to the draft. So if there's a player there that we didn't anticipate to be there, we're ready to be able to take that player. So we don't lock ourselves into anything and look to take the best player.
So even the fact that you guys have drafted a center fielder in the first round of the last 3 years, that wouldn't play into it either?
No. I don't think you can allow that to play into it, especially with how baseball develops players. It's a 4 to 5 year process to allow that to happen, and if we end up, the good part about taking a premium position player like a center fielder is then you have versatility in what you want to do with that player. If they hit enough, they're going to find a spot on the field. So to do that again would be fine. We'll take the best player.
In your mind, is there a position of strength in this draft?
No, I think the position of strength comes when you go to pick. You know, I think you can define a draft by saying it's loaded in college or it's loaded in high school, but there's good players all over it. So if you lock yourself into one strength or the other, you could end up. It could be a college-heavy draft, and you could end up with 5 high school guys, just because that's how the draft plays out.